So while a tornado slowly spins in the distance, I'm now casually just watching my plane take off. Guys, welcome back to another episode right now of City Skylines 2, where everything kind of crumbles and falls apart, but your boy is ignoring everything and continuing the expansions. Now today, we're going to talk about telecoms, communications, a new feature in this game, which is something that we didn't technically have in the last one. Now we're going to kind of find out what we do with telecoms, how it works, how it improves our city, and how we pretty much unlock it as well. I think this plane is literally going to fly towards the tornado. Just, you know, casually have a tornado. Mental breakdown. We're all good. Now, oh, damn. That plane got some skills. I ain't gonna lie to you right now. You're gonna put away the landing gear? Psst, your plane, landing gear. I don't know what's going on anymore, but guys, welcome back to another episode right now. Now, I know a lot of you guys in the comment section right now are screaming at me for me to fix the city. Guys, do not worry. As soon as this game releases, I'm going to be starting a brand new city. This is only my experiment just to kind of do stuff. So I know it's all crumbling. It's all about to go up in a big kaboom, but don't worry. A brand new city will come on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. But yeah, casually got a tornado. But your boy, as ever, is going to ignore it. Now, welcome back. I want to look at communications. Now, I think my airport's also dying. But communications allow us to, which pretty much say down here, communications, post offices, mail delivery, mobile networks, and wireless broadband. That's what I'm excited about, is the mobile networks and the broadband. We kind of had communications in the first City Skylines, but it revolved around post offices. Now, postal services, this is only one of the things you unlock by default. The postal service delivers different types of mail around the city. Mail is an important form of communication for citizens and companies. Our well-working post service will have a positive effect on citizens' well-being and the operating efficiency of companies. Interesting. So, post offices handle local mail, no residents and local businesses. Drop off their mail. Oh, residents drop off their mail at the post office delivery. I mean, I'm going like, oh, is that what they do? Well, yeah, that's what you do in real life, but it's kind of cool to see in the game. Oh, hold on. Mailboxes can be placed by the side of any road. Okay, this is new. They have revolutionized the whole mail service right now. Now, that's what you unlock by default, but everything else is kind of locked. We also have the ability to have some basic services. Citizens automatically have access to basic radio and TV and internet. More advanced services were built to better their lives. Advanced wireless services, telecommunication services, buildings provide serious services like mobile networks and wireless broadband. Building matching services be better communications, improve citizen well-being, help commercial zone sales. Now, a lot of my commercial zoning in the city is kind of struggling for customers, so this could be the way in which we improve it and decrease the material costs for industrial zones. So this is a radio mast. We can place down a basic radio mast to provide radio for the city and a basic postal service. Now, the rest of it you pretty much unlock within our progression development here. And I've currently got 6 development points available, which means I won't be able to get all of it just yet until we do another level up, which shouldn't happen too long right now. But we have the ability to unlock the post sorting facility, which the post sorting facility processes and stores mail for dispatch. The mail is collected from the post offices and mailboxes and delivered to post offices outside, to post offices and outside connections. Right, let's start with this. Let's unlock the post sorting facility first, and let's build our post service before we take a look at the radio masts and all the internet service providers as well. Now, I believe over here, my airport is struggling for water. Apparently not getting enough water right now. Now, what's the issue with that? Is it a case of, oh, okay, we don't really have much water available right now. So can I add on to this? I've already added on to it. I think I already have, so I might need to build a secondary one. So build you just there, and that then should provide the water we kind of need. And then everything okay, boys. Everything's not okay, but everything okay, boys. So, communications then. Let's start with post offices. So we've got post offices, we've got mailboxes, post offices, and the sorting facility. So let's break this down, step by step. Now, mailboxes we can place around the neighborhoods and on the streets, and it's what allows people in the surrounding areas. So let me place one down here. to bring the mail to the mailbox. Are we okay, game? Are we okay? Bring the post to the mailbox. It's beautiful in yellow. I was expecting it to be red. Obviously, being from the UK, our mailboxes on the mean streets are red. So they can bring it to there. And once they bring it to there, then a post office, I'm assuming, comes around and collects it. Or is that the post sorting facility? Handles local incoming and outgoing mail. Post vans and trucks will pick up mail from mailboxes. Yes, they do. Around the city, citizens can also drop off. So as well as put them in there, they can also drop them off at a local area. So I could, for example, let's say I put this. Let's put this over here, right? And oh no, overlapping items. Is there something there already? Oh, the building over here. Oh, he's having a moment, guys. I'm having a moment. Right, I'm gonna place it here. I'm gonna place it there. So that gives us quite a big radius to what you can see, but I still kind of want to place down the odd little mailbox here and there. So place you there, place this over here. Oh, no. There we go. Try and drop a couple of these bad boys in various locations. So we'll try and do a mailbox here, there, and everywhere. And do I do one more post office? I might do. Now, I don't know whether the industry needs mailboxes, but I'm going to give us good coverage no matter what. That gives us exuberant amounts of coverage. So we've got a post office over here. Now, it is quite expensive, isn't it, these post offices? Now, a post office is a building that you can also add on to. Yes, you can. So the upgrades include a mail extension, which adds an extra 25,000 capacity on, which is an extra building separately to the main building. And then we also have a post van garage as well, which again is also a separate building to the main building, but you can also add that as a snap at the back. Can you do that? Yeah, you can do that with that one as well. So give us additional kind of capacities. They by default have 20 vehicles in use anyway. So pretty sweet. Now, the other one is the facility, the post loading facility. So what it sounds like is pedestrians can, or people, citizens can drop off mail at the mailbox, or they can bring it to their local post office. It will get sorted and then redistributed, delivered to where it needs to go to, all that jazz. But then the mail sorting facility is mainly used for out of region mail. I'm assuming that's what it is, right? The normal post offices can't do it outside the region, can they? Since it can be upgraded, yep. And then this one is the high capacity one, which helps reduce mail related traffic on the roads. Yeah, and it pretty much processes both local and intercity mail. So it's like you could still use, you could not use the post office and just use the post sorting facility. But can they drop stuff up here? I'm not sure if they can drop stuff off here, but we'll get one in anyway. We'll get this in. So where should I squeeze it in there? I'm trying to look for like places in which I've got a little bit of room left over. Do you know what? Actually, over here might be a good idea. Would it squeeze within this area? No, it is quite a large building, isn't it? It is quite a large building. So what I might do is delete this road just to there. And then we'll come off the junction. Okay, maybe not. I'll create a junction. There we go. And within this, because we've still got the roundabout there to handle the traffic, within this, I'll place down this large sorting facility. Bam. Now that's a huge building. So this has got 20 vehicles in use. So this mainly is used for going in and out of the region. So you can add a mail extension on top of it. It does 500,000 mail to sort. And that gives us a 250,000 extension. Automated sorting. So it makes things a lot more speedier. And then we got extra loading ramps as well for more vehicles. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Right, I'm going into play mode then. And we'll kind of see. Now, is this a statistic in communications? So it is in the sense of, the network quality and telecom coverage. So network quality is currently really, really bad in the city. But I don't know whether that kind of equates to mail. We'll kind of give it some time. But it could be quite interesting how this kind of plays out. Now, a lot of them are complaining about, you know, the rent's too high, there's not enough customers and all that kind of jazz. Now, I haven't really paid much attention to this city, and I know a lot of people are complaining in the comment section, but trust me, this is just an experimental city. So, it's kind of interesting without me doing anything as well. Problems do occur, and it's quite fun because now you can kind of dive deep into it and try and solve them. So, once we level up then, we should get some more development points, and we can then start to handle the telecoms. So, back into communications then. I feel like it's not really changing anything at the moment, but then again, I don't have to give it more time. This is, okay, the vehicles are currently going around collecting right now. So can I find a post van, which is just over here right now, driving around. Right, off it goes, boys, off it goes. Zoom, 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 zoom. It can carry 2 tons of mail. That's, to me, that seems like quite a lot. It does seem like quite a lot, doesn't it? Right, it's in a little bit of traffic right now, but I want to see where it goes. And where's it picking up? Is it picking up at one of our mailboxes that I placed down? Oh, we got a little bit of traffic jam on that road there. Did you see it? So where's the mailbox then? If it is even grabbing it from there. Yes, it is. Okay, it's just picked up a little bit of mail. And now it's returning back to the post office. That's kind of cool, isn't it? That is kind of cool. So the actual building itself then is just over here. And it's already got a fair bit of mail in there right now. Now, what about this one? This one is yet to get any. So that's pretty cool to see. It is pretty cool to see. Right, communications-wise. So I think we should then... I think this is all based on telecom. Oh my goodness me. It is all based on telecom. Look at me there thinking it's all to do with mail. It's all based on telecom. The mail one is just here. What an app. It's because this icon down here may be confused, thinking it was like a broader overview for all of it. Right, so mail then. You can see here the rate of mail that we have a month versus what we can actually process. So we can't process what we currently get. So it's a case of I can maybe build more stuff for processing, which would be handy for an extra post building. That's really to up the capacity, but I could get a garage right now for some extra vehicles. So placing that down there, I get some nice development points, which is all good. It gives me an extra 10 vehicles on board. Now, not saying that's going to help us out and push us in the right direction. Not saying that at all, but, you know. We've got to see how we get on with it. We've got to see how we get on with it. But I'm liking the coverage is pretty good right now. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Right, let's take a look at telecoms, and this is something that I'm quite excited about. Now, we have the ability to place down 4 objects in total. It kind of revolves around the radio mast, which transmits mobile data, radio traffic, and TV signals. In case of emergencies, the masts are used to broadcast alarms to allow citizens to react to the event more rapidly. Can be upgraded with a wireless network antenna and increased bandwidth. So that's pretty cool then. So it does quite a few things then. It provides mobile data, radio signals, and TV signals as well. Now, we also have a server farm, a telecom tower, and a satellite uplink. So the server farm, rows and banks of raw computing power provide immense resources to handle network traffic. Can be upgraded with fiber optic cables and advanced components. So that's kind of to increase how much we can transfer in terms of speeds, I'm assuming. And it has a 20,000 gigabit a second network capacity. That's crazy. Where our radio masts can only do 3,000 and have a range of 1 kilometer. These have a range of 2.5, so it's like 2.5 times more. We then have the telecom tower, which again pretty much does the same, but it increases the entertainment citywide and attracts tourists. Now this does 15,000 gigabits, but it has a bigger range, but the upkeep is a lot more. And then of course we have finally the satellite uplink, which transmits all sorts of data globally. Information entertainment can be sent to and received from other side of the world, increase the capacity of our network, and entertainment in the whole city. But it doesn't really say what it does, apart from that's what it does. Like, it's a case, it says it can increase the capacity, but it doesn't say by how much. That's the crazy thing. So let's start then with a radio mast then. So this will be quite interesting. Now, do they pollute pollution? Noise pollution's quite low apparently. But so if I put you there and I give these guys a slight little radius right now of our network coverage, which we don't really have the best of coverage right now there, but it gives a little bit there. But I can then unlock some of the other stuff. So it will be quite interesting to see how our demands change for the city as we start to build some of this stuff. So let's get a telecom tower. I'll unlock the server farm. And I haven't got quite enough just yet for the satellite uplink. But, right, let's get the rest of those then. So, telecom tower. Now, this gives us a greater region. And what's the pollution on this? It's noise pollution is actually at a medium. So, let's put you just here then. Or is it, oh, the wind turbine's in the way. Right there. And that gives... Wow! That coverage is quite immense. It really is. I could place a radio mast over on this side somewhere. Just kind of gives a little bit more of a greener coverage on that side. But it's really cool to see how that kind of works. Now, how do we know? Can these be upgraded, by the way? Oh, this can. So it shows us the upkeep, the efficiency. We can upgrade and increase the bandwidth on it. I can also upgrade the range on it as well. That's kind of cool, isn't it? That is kind of cool. And I'm assuming the same can be done with the larger variant as well. Oh, no. Okay, you can't actually upgrade that. Interesting. Interesting. So give it a little bit of a playthrough right now. Let it maneuver. And how does our telecom now work? So how do we know the speeds? So all it really shows us is the telecom coverage. So how do we know the speeds are not great? Someone's like, my package is taking ages to arrive. Chill your beans. Chill your beans. You know what I mean? How do we know the speed of it all? That's what I don't quite understand yet. To know whether we need to place down the server stuff or not. So services, communications. We can increase or decrease our budget. Taxation, budget. I'm wondering if we can kind of eventually like do stuff that... Can we charge for the like to have the communications? Is it like a service that they pay for? I don't know. Honestly, I do not know. And it's a shame it's not a... like a service that you can kind of view. Like, company count. The companies are starting to see more and more, but it's a shame it's not something that we can see, like internet speeds, you know, as a stat. That would be quite cool, wouldn't it? It would be quite cool. But, yeah. Oh, do you know what I just realised? Some of our commercial have stopped complaining. I mean, there's still a few of them that do complain. But not as much. That's interesting. Interesting. So the other one was the server farm. Now, I feel like this might be a little bit too much. It produces medium noise pollution. Where can I place you? Maybe over here. No, it's a large building. Now, I dread to think how much I'm losing an hour right now. I dread to think. It's like 18,000. But upgrades to this, we can increase the coverage. We can increase the network capacity. So again, that also gives a space around us to where we can kind of utilize it all. But the whole area is pretty green right now when it comes to internet. Damn, all I can think of right now is those download speeds. Those sweet, sweet download speeds my beautiful little city is now getting. It is kind of cool, isn't it? It is kind of cool. So the happiness here is looking pretty good. The crime rate is currently really high in the city, and the unreliable healthcare. So what I can do is provide some additional crime stuff. So it's 8 points for that. I do want to kind of save it up to unlock it, so I might just spend some over here instead. So let's get some police and stuff down. Some police headquarters. Oh, the big boys. The big boys are now coming out. The big boys are now coming out. Police headquarters, very expensive. I am going to lose so much cash. I still feel like I need to get rid of the airport. And that's got some sweet upgrades as well. Extra jail cells. Garage extension, and a helipad as well. That's kind of cool. Damn, that helipad's pretty beastly. So hopefully that will reduce some of the high crime rate that we are seeing. Now, how much am I losing? 24,000 an hour. I also need to get a better healthcare coverage. So this is where you do need to start thinking about, like, you know, leveling up your services and your needs. And adding more buildings, but also upgrading existing buildings as well to get better coverage. But again, I'm not too worried about this city, guys. It's just my experimental city until your boy builds a brand new one. It's just me trying to still learn the game and all that. So our high crime rate has slowly come down a little bit. It's now -4. Our healthcare coverage has come down to -1 as well. So that's definitely getting better and better. It's definitely getting better and better, but it's kind of cool that you can see these stats. There we go. Our high crime rate's down to -3. So it should do the city gloriously. It should. Now, in terms of mail, then, you can see what's... Oh, that's not mail. Mail. We're now processing more than we are producing, which is perfect. Has that started to process recently? Hasn't really started to process anything just yet, unless it's just literally taken some mail out and I haven't really noticed. But that's kind of cool to see, isn't it? And then our communications coverage is pretty beastly as well. So it would be nice to know, if you would even have the ability to know, what the current internet speeds are. I think that would be a cool feature that they maybe should have thought about adding in. Service fees. So do we charge for service trade, government subsidies, taxes? I would have thought service fees would have like a communications fee where businesses pay for, you know, us as their internet provider. You know what I mean? But it's a shame that we don't. And it's a shame that we don't. But there we go. I think it's a pretty cool little feature. And it does solve some issues. Don't get me wrong. It has provided with our businesses with some of the stuff that they needed to kind of be able to progress further. I think my main complaint right now is the rents are a little bit too high. But it has changed a lot of my densities too. So the fact that we now have a little bit of medium density means I can look towards the medium buildings. And we've got row building styles over here. We've even got the mixed one with the stores underneath. That would solve... But I don't know if that's classed as medium. That would solve some of my commercial issues. What if I just put like a little bit of a strip just here of it? But we got some... I might need to build some more roads. This city is kind of slightly a little bit wild. Because I'm not building it to how you would normally build it. Can I go to there? And then push out. I could do, but I feel like these grids also work in really weird ways. So you don't really get what you want to do half the time. It can be a bit funky. Right, that was shocking. That was terribly shocking right now, but I just want to squeeze down some medium density. Don't judge my zoning right there. I just got unlocked the new signature building as well. Don't judge my zoning right there. I know it was bad. Right, I want to see these get built. So these are apartment blocks above stores. So it's mixed zoning. So you get the best of both worlds. A little bit of residential and some commercial spent at the exact same time. Thus providing places of work up to 14 employees, but also 33 residents. So they kind of kill two birds with one stone, especially in places where you're struggling for stuff, like where these guys are now complaining. All of a sudden, they're now complaining about not enough customers. You could maybe put that zone in there and put some, you know, people living above them. You know, that would kind of really help out, wouldn't it? It really would, but we'll end it for here anyway, guys. I think the communications is a really good little feature right now, and we're quite excited to see what we can actually do with it in the long run. So until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.